What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday. And I'm so excited to be starting a new thing here on Top 5 Friday. I can't believe it. I've never done this before, but I'm going to be ranking my top 5 favorite songs of a particular album. And since the Beatles, my favorite band, are re-releasing or doing an anniversary release of the 1966 classic Revolver today, I am going to be ranking my 5 favorite songs from this album, which is really hard because so many great tracks on here. And look, this is obviously not the re-release. This is the original, baby. It's been worn out. This was my mom's copy. Still in great shape, but yeah, I am going to do this. So let's get right to it at number 5. And Your Bird Can Sing, the John Lennon rocker that is just so cool. I mean, just the guitar riff alone, which is so complex. It feels like he's doing an entire scale that so cool, man. And then the guitars are in harmony, the vocals harmonizing, even a 3-part harmony at one point. It is so cool and so awesome, and that is just at my number 5. So now at number 4. Good Day Sunshine. Good Day Sunshine, the Paul McCartney track that is just puts a smile on your face as soon as you hear it. I mean, those piano notes and then Ringo hitting that snare and then they all come in. Again, another amazing 3-part harmony with Good Day Sunshine. Beautiful song. And then the verses are so fun. Paul singing with that rolling piano. And it's the Beatles at their sunshiniest, happiest, and you gotta love it. So that's at number 4. Now at number 3. Tomorrow Never Knows, the closing track, one of the greatest closing tracks of any album, period. I mean, it was so ahead of its time, the things that they were doing with tape loops and reverse effects, guitars sounding like birds, and Ringo Starr, man. Any of you who say that he's not one of the best drummers of all time, well, see this song, because what he does here is nothing short of mesmerizing, and the way he just holds that consistent beat, just so amazing. And then John Lennon's vocals being heavily processed. It's just so cool and hypnotic. You got to love this song. And that's just my number 3. So now at number 2. Let me tell you how. Taxman, the opening track of this album, where Tomorrow Never Knows, one of the greatest closers. I think Taxman might be my favorite, right up there, neck and neck with Come Together, as my favorite opening track of a Beatles album. So cool, just the count in, that 1, 2, 3, and then it comes in with that awesome George Harrison guitar riff. The bass line by Paul McCartney is so great. It makes you want to put your teeth out, and dance along to it. Plus, Paul plays lead guitar on this thing. His guitar solo is so blistering, fits the song perfectly. And then George Harrison's biting, sarcastic lyrics, declare the pennies on your eyes. So classic and so great. And that's just my number 2. So now at number 1. Eleanor Rigby. Had to be this, man. What an amazing classic song by Sir Paul and George Martin as the 5th Beatle. His production, of course, but also the way he orchestrates this thing with the quartet. Might actually be an octet on this song, I'm not quite sure, but that is really the lead instrument here, aside from the vocals, which, again, the harmonizing is incredible just from that opening. Look at all the lonely people. And then you got the great storytelling of Eleanor Rigby and Father Mackenzie, and it really paints an amazing picture. One of Paul's greatest songs of his entire career. And that's my number 1, guys. So let me know in the comments below, what would your top 5 be? I know a lot of you are going to be upset that I left off songs like Here, There, and Everywhere, which is one of the greatest ballads of the entire Beatles discography. I mean, so many great songs. There's some that I tend to skip more. Oh, Yellow Submarine, of course. I almost put that on my list, but and For No One is great. I mean, there's really no weak tracks. The only one that I tend to skip here and there is Dr. Robert. And by the way, there's a great channel called Scratch a Track you should check out, where they talk about a whole album. They talk about all the tracks and the one track that they would cut out. So if you haven't checked out that channel, be sure to do so. It's great. And but yeah, that is my top 5, guys, the cream of the crop from Revolver. So again, let me know your top 5. If you want to rank the whole thing in the comments below, feel free to do so. But guys, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, big countdowns, and so much more. Thank you for watching, and as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.